Alright, everybody, I'm out of town, so I decided to record the Dragon Ball Super episode 104 on my phone. So here we go. The ultimate high speed battle begins. Goku and Hit join forces. Overall, I gotta say, I really enjoyed this episode. I liked Hit and Dyspo's, back and forth with Hit trying to use his time skip against Dyspo, but Dyspo using his super like instant high speed technique to instantly increase his speed by like 1,000 times or whatever, and kind of counter Hit's time skip with it. So that was very interesting. And I thought it was also funny how Champa kind of notes that Dispo looks like Beerus, and so that was funny because when we first saw pictures of him, everybody was like, "Oh, is he like Beerus's race? Is he related to Beerus or Champa?" No, he's not related. He's just purple and he has long ears. So that was cool, and I liked how he was like a bunny character kind of, because rabbits are pretty fast, and I overall like Dispo's design, and I think it was pretty fitting for his character and his kind of quirk. Now, him going up against Hit is pretty much perfect with his abilities. It's like the perfect counter to Hit's time skip. So he can read his time skip, which was really awesome, and he used his ears to be able to do it. Feeling his like muscles spasm. That's a very, very interesting way to counter Hit's time skip. And a little bit further into the fight, he's getting the better of Hit, so he's got Hit at the very edge of the stage. So that's a very tense moment. The tension in this is really nice. You're feeling for Hit, and you're thinking, oh man, like how is Hit gonna get past this? Is he gonna get eliminated? Probably not, especially since if you saw like the last episode preview of this episode, you know what happens in a little bit. So he's got him at the edge of the stage and jumps at him to do the final blow, but Hit like makes himself intangible, which we've seen before, and Dyspo basically falls off the stage. But then, of course, that's when Kunsi comes in, uses his lasso technique. We've seen that once, I think, in this tournament so far. So Kunsi saves him. He's pretty cool. His lassos are pretty cool. I call them lassos. They're more like little spaghetti. Let's call them spaghetti. Golden spaghetti. So that was interesting, And then Dyspo and Hit are kind of going at it, and finally Goku jumps in, and he's immediately in God form, which was very interesting. And I thought like we would see a transformation from him into God. I thought we would get some sort of dialogue from Goku explaining him turning into God or something, but he literally says nothing about it. What we do get is an explanation. I think it was either from Beerus or Whis. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but basically it's kind of what I was thinking, was that he's doing it to conserve stamina with a boost of power above Super Saiyan, not quite up to blue level, but blue level takes a bit too much stamina. So that's kind of how I was thinking that they would explain this. So what is interesting is that he hasn't used it yet in this tournament yet, so I don't know why this is. I don't know why he's gone blue multiple times and not red Super Saiyan God. It's whatever. It was still pretty cool. He blocks Dyspo's punch and starts fighting Dyspo, and he basically steals Vegeta's tactic from the manga. What Vegeta did was he sorry, spoilers for the manga. If you're reading the manga and you don't want to be spoiled for the manga, skip ahead like 30 seconds. So what Vegeta does is he obtains Super Saiyan God transformation, and he utilizes that, transforms into blue for a split second to get that boost of power for like a one punch or something like that, and then he transforms back into God to conserve that stamina. So he kind of goes back and forth with that transformation. So that's what Goku tries to use here, and it's very interesting that that it didn't quite work on Dyspo because of his speed. So that was pretty interesting. I liked that a lot. And I honestly like the Super Saiyan God transformation. I think it's interesting. And I hope we get to see more of it in the future of this tournament. And I hope that they, explain why they didn't use it before. So anyway, it was fun. And so during this entire time, they're trying to find a way past Dyspo's ability because they're not quite fast enough to do it. And finally, Hit comes up with the idea to, and he kind of fights a lot like Goku in a way, in terms of he's fighting an opponent, kind of reading his abilities, trying to figure out how he does things, and then figures out a way past that. So what he does is he like contracts his muscles and everything to simulate him about to do the time skip. So he tricks Dyspo into think he's gonna do the time skip and then doesn't do it. And so he starts kind of getting the upper hand of him at this point. That was very awesome, I thought. And I'm actually really glad that because Dyspo couldn't really counter Hit doing this, basically Hit won this match, and he's like, you can jump out or I can throw you out, you can choose. So I'm really glad actually that Dyspo wasn't eliminated here so that we can see more of him in the future, because usually what happens when it focuses on a character or an episode focuses on a character, that character gets eliminated. So I'm glad that we can see more of him in the future. And it's also funny that when Hit and Goku traded partners and Goku was fighting Kunsi, his way past Kunsi's like landmine of spaghetti was to just barrel past it like Goku does, just, overpower it basically. So overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was pretty well executed. The explanation for Goku going God was pretty much standard, I thought. It was kind of weird how Goku said no word about it. That's kind of funny. But yeah, overall, I liked it. It was a very Dragon Ball-esque battle, and I'm glad it was a full episode this time. I think that wraps it up. Thanks everybody for watching the video. Next time I should have an edited review again. So thanks a lot for watching. If you like Death Note, I'm putting up a couple of recap videos for the Death Note anime, for the upcoming Death Note movie, which I'm pretty excited about. Hopefully it'll be pretty good. So thanks for watching. Take it easy.